Hello, folks. This is Joe from MIGeekScene for the third time. I'm here with Leah Woltanski of Chaotic Neutral Cosplay here at C4, or Cherry Capital Comic-Con. Leah, how are you doing this weekend?
I am doing well. I'm excited to be here. This is my third year here. It's really grown. I'm really surprised at the number of people in costumes and cosplays I've seen. I'm really impressed. I'm excited.
Yeah, I was here last year, but the attendance for this thing has blown up.
Really
I would like
has.
to say the attendance for today
has.
alone was better than all of last year's full weekend.
I would say you're probably close. I walked in. I got here a little bit later today, and I walked in, and I'm like, wow, there's people everywhere, and quite a few of them are in costume too, which is really cool to see.
Well, folks, I'm doing another cosplayer interview. A lot of people were like, well, you need to do more cosplay interviews, and I've done like 12, and I've known Leah for at least a year and a half, and she was on my list to get to eventually, and that time has come. Not to say that you weren't worth talking to, but I was just I was like, I just need to do my research because I don't want to approach her without doing anything proper. It's scary?
I am.
Oh, that's completely true.
See, yeah, I know.
All right, well, so as we're getting into this, obviously you're a cosplayer. What was your first introduction to cosplay? Not to cosplay yourself, but your introduction to it.
Like, in cosplay in general, it was probably seeing pictures of, like, the 501st and the Rebel Legion, and then I had friends who got into it. I was into, like, Ren Fair stuff, and replica costuming is actually where I started, like Lord of the Rings movie stuff. So I still tend to go back towards that with different stuff that I do. But I got friends who were like, oh, you should check out this cosplay thing. And then one of the guys I was dating a couple years ago started cosplaying as Batman, and he's like, you got to come do this with me. So I did up a Huntress, actually, and we went, and I fell in love with it, and we broke up, and he stopped doing it, but I continued to do it because I liked it.
So silver lining?
Yeah.
So Huntress was your first cosplay?
Huntress was my first cosplay. I did a couple versions of Legolas and Arwen and a couple other costumes before that, but Huntress was my first, like, 4-con cosplay. So.
All right, well, let's get a little personal and soul-searching and whatnot. What does cosplay mean to you?
Cosplay, for me, it's a way for me to be creative and express myself to, like, I have a lot of free time that I'm not doing anything, and I want to do something. I have to be active. That's just the kind of person that I am. Maybe some of you can relate. So cosplay for me is
It's quite all right because Take On Me's playing in the background.
It's exciting. As you see, it's really happening here today. But for me, it's a chance to get creative, to, like, learn new skills. I've learned all sorts of leather working. I've learned, like, how to work with thermoplastics, all this stuff I never thought I'd knew, that I've had to learn to do this. So it's a creative outlet. It's a great way to meet people. I've met some of my best friends this way. So it's sort of a world in itself, I guess.
Indeed. So what are some of the fandoms that you like to focus on?
Oh boy, I love Marvel. So anything Marvel. I've got a lot of Lady Sifs.
Oh, we'll get to that in a moment.
Okay, a lot of Lady Sifs. I've got Star Wars. I do some Star Wars cosplays with. I'm with one of the Star Wars costume groups, so I do some stuff with that. I enjoy Lord of the Rings. As I mentioned, I have a couple variations there. I'm going to be working on. I've actually got a Lord of the Rings group, and it's going to be me and 3 or 4 of my really good friends, and we're going to do some actual screen-accurate stuff, so it's going to be a long time. But
are you going to be Legolas again?
I am going to do Legolas, so I'm going to do all the leather work and all the stuff, and I'm really excited but really nervous at the same time. But and then lately we've been doing a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender stuff, so that's been fun, too.
I've seen photos of that. I've taken a few photos of it. Just a few. But you brought up Marvel earlier. Obviously, you've done 2 variations of Lady Sif.
Actually, 3 now.
Oh, sorry.
3.
Thank you for the correction. Thank you for ruining my interview. No, but thank you for the correction on that, because I've only seen 2 of those. I mean, what is it about that character that resonates with you?
I like Sif because she doesn't take no for an answer. She can keep up with the boys and teach them a lesson, and that's something that I feel a lot of women can relate with, but I can relate with especially because that's more my personality. So I enjoy.
You just take no for no.
I don't take no.
You don't take no for an answer. Can I have this for free?
No.
No. That's not acceptable.
I wanted.
Well, are there upcoming characters that you're working on besides the Lord of the Rings stuff?
Lord of the Rings. We're going to be doing, again, with a couple of my friends, we're going to be doing some more Avatar costumes for. We're going to Colossal Con East in September, so we'll be doing like 2 or 3 more Avatar characters for that. I'm working on a historical Wonder Woman right now, so it's a Greek-styled Wonder Woman.
Okay.
So I'm doing like the Greek armor and all that. And then we're doing an alternate era Avengers group.
I saw that.
So,
I was going to ask
yes,
about that. You're
so
Hawkeye?
I'm Hawkeye. It's Revolutionary era Avengers. So I'm Hawkeye. We've got Captain America. We actually have the whole Avengers group. And then we've got a Loki and possibly a Nick Fury. So it's going to be really cool. I'm excited for that. So.
Sorry, folks, for this next part, though. I have to read this because it is true. You were the winner of the Armored category in the C2E2 cosplay contest of this year.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when they announced your name as the winner?
Are you kidding me? I was like, I had to double check the lineup because they called my character name and not my cosplay name. And I'm like, I am the only Skyrim character here, right? That is me, right? And the guy came up to give me the medal and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, that was me, right? They did call me, right? And he's like, yes, it's you.
Well, that goes to show how awesome your cosplay craft is, the attention to detail.
Well, I try to put a lot of detail into everything I do. So.
And believe me, I'm not talking to you because you won that award. I mean, because like I've always been, I'm not blowing smoke. I've always been a fan of like the stuff that you've created and I've seen ever since I like first met you. I'm like, wow, she does an excellent job every single time.
Well,
and the spins you put on it, I've seen you as Gambit, I've seen you as Grifter,
yep.
Mulan. I think Mulan was when we first started talking.
I think so, yes.
And we were,
yep.
I want to say Almacon.
Yes, that sounds right. Because I think I ran into you your first Shudokan. But we started talking at Almacon.
At Almacon, you had the staff, and I was asking
yep.
if you had a martial arts background, and you were talking about
yep,
that. And I'm like,
which I do.
It's like, I have a martial arts background too. So. But speaking of backgrounds, this is a nice segue, folks. You have an acting background. So how did you get involved in acting?
That is a really good question, and I wish I knew it. I just kind of grew up doing it. We used to do like stuff with my family, and then I got into like community theater, and then from there it was kind of a little step into film, and my family had an independent film company. We did that for a couple years, and then I got involved in just different stuff around the state. So I've done stuff in Detroit. I've actually done stuff in Canada. I've done stuff in Illinois, Ohio. I've actually done stuff. I did a web show up in Traverse City.
Okay.
So that's actually how I got involved with C4s. A bunch of my friends were like, oh, there's a con up here. You need to come. And I'm like, okay. So
what sort of genres of film are you attracted to as an actress?
I really enjoy like action film.
No, get out of here.
I know, right? Yeah.
I would have never guessed.
Weird, right? Yeah, no, I like the let's beat up people with big sword things. But I enjoy that. I enjoy doing fan films. I've done Star Wars, I've done Marvel, I've done DC, I've done Lord of the Rings fan films. I've done all sorts of stuff. I've done all sorts of stuff. So a lot of historical films, that sort of thing. So.
Well, a film that was, I believe, filmed in 2014. You were in a film. You played the young queen in Blueberries.
I did, yes.
Can you tell me about your role in that film?
Well, Blueberries is a story. It's actually based on a historical thing that happened during World War II. The Queen of, I think it was II, the Queen of the Netherlands came to the United States for safety, and she made friends with some of the people in the local area. And this is the story of one little boy who decided he was going to bring the queen blueberries. So I play the queen of his imagination, how he imagines her to be like a young queen of England and very, prim and proper and beautiful. And then when he meets her, he's like a grandmother, and she kind of adopts him and like shows him all this stuff. And it's a really cute story. So I really enjoy doing that.
Do you know when that's coming out?
I am hoping it comes out sometime this year. So last I heard, they were in the last stages of pre-production. This past fall, so they were just doing some color sweetening and then just final touches up on the dialogue. So.
Okay. Another group that's famous around these parts, you're part of the Mandalorian Mercs.
I am, yes.
So what are the name of your characters?
My character's name is Arya. I have 2 kits that I do, and I just have the same name because I'm boring. I have a gray kit. I know, boring.
Just like this interview.
And then I have my Twi'lek kit, which is the blue one with the black stripes and the Twi'lek. And then I'm working on another kit, so it'll be an Arctic-based kit.
So how did you get involved with the Mandalorian mercs?
Well, I was looking at stuff like for the Rebel Legion and the 501st, and with them, you have to do all the screen characters, so like only Luke, Leia, all the characters, not just Luke and Leia, but all the characters that were actually on screen. But with the mercs, you can kind of customize it. Like, we still have a list of requirements that you have to meet, but you can do your own character. So for me, Boba Fett was always my favorite character, and when I saw the mercs, it was like, oh, I can be Boba Fett, but I can be myself being Boba Fett. So that was the big draw for me there. And then it took me a while to actually talk to anybody in the mercs because I saw all these great people doing it, and I'm like, there's no way I can ever be that awesome. So it took me a while to actually get involved in it.
Oh, false. False with more falsicities thrown in there. Well, actually, the one thing I wanted to talk to you about, but yes, we've been talking about cosplay, So what are some of the geeky fandoms that you like to take part in, not for cosplay?
Not for cosplay. Lord of the Rings is my big thing. Like, that's me. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. So if there was a group that did Lord of the Rings stuff, like the Star Wars groups, I'd be gone. You'd never see me.
So, I mean...
But,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I like Lord of the Rings. I enjoy Star Wars. There's other groups, like Avatar. There's a couple other...
So you're a fan of animation as well?
Yes, I am.
So are there favorite animated series or anime that you like, that you enjoy? Because I'm trying to learn more about the person behind Chaotic Neutral Cosplay instead of doing your typical, we're going to talk about cosplay the entire interview.
Yes. Animated shows.
Besides Avatar,
I really enjoy like the old Johnny Quest show. I think
like
that's
the one from like the 60s.
Like the Hanna-Barbera one. Yeah.
The one that blew my mind that people were like passing away like in that show. Like
I know.
Like,
I can't believe it.
Show?
Yeah.
See, my main exposure to Johnny Quest was the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest that came out in the 90s, and I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's a good show too. So
for sure. So, do you plan on creating characters cosplay-wise from like anime or video games as well?
From video games, yes.
Well,
I plan on doing
Skyrim. Sorry.
I did Skyrim.
Any more from video games?
I have a couple other Skyrims that I would like to do, and then I want to do some stuff from the Fable video games because that's my favorite series.
Okay. It might be coming back.
Maybe.
No, I'm serious. There was like a teaser that it might be coming back.
I hope so, because that's my favorite series. But so I'm hoping to do some stuff from that. There's been talk about putting together a Halo group, which apparently I would get roped into if that happens. Like, hey, Leah, build us this stuff. I'm like, okay, that's how that works. And then anime, I'm interested in, but I'd have to see more. I haven't had an opportunity to watch much.
What have you watched from anime then?
Not much. I'll give you that. I've seen a couple of like the Attack on Titans.
Okay.
Which again, it's a lack of time for me to watch them. So I'm like, I want to watch, but I can't. I've seen a couple of that. There was a show that my friend made me watch, and it was really good, but I don't remember what it was called because it was in Japanese. But it was one of the high school ones, and I enjoyed that one.
Boy, that really narrows it down.
I know.
High school ones.
That's a good.
May I make a suggestion for one to watch? Cowboy Bebop.
I have heard that one's really good.
It's 26 episodes. It's not like Naruto and Bleach
I could probably
and One
make
Piece
it
where you have to do 700 episodes.
Right.
I mean, it's those are both all three of those are enjoyable series. But Cowboy Bebop is 26 episodes, self-contained story. There's a movie, but that's not necessarily required. But I would highly recommend that.
I will have to look that up then, because that one sounds like I can get through.
The dub is amazing. The music's amazing. It's just, well, you know.
Cool. Yeah.
That's what I would recommend to people who really haven't checked out anime, and it's just a one-time thing. So as we're wrapping this up, this interview up, are there cosplayers out there that you would like to give shout-outs to?
Definitely my boyfriend Mix. He's with me on Chaotic Neutral Cosplay. One of my best friends, Stella Corona Cosplay. Okay. She's awesome. She does Toph. If you check out my page, she's the Toph to my May. And we do a lot of other stuff together. She's going to be part of the Lord of the Rings group, so if you want to check her out, we do a lot of stuff together, and it's only going to get better. There is Jalen Fesk, who's also part of our group. He's awesome. Crafty Rock Cosplay.
Oh, yes.
She's awesome, too.
Yes, she is.
And a bunch of other people who don't have cosplay pages, so I don't want to credit them because I don't want you people stalking them, but they're really awesome, too. So
if people wanted to check out more about you online, where can they go online?
You can check out either my Facebook page, which is Chaotic Neutral Cosplay, or you can check me out on Instagram. I'm also on same name under Instagram, so Chaotic Neutral Cosplay. And then we're looking at possibly starting a couple other accounts later this year. So.
Okay. And final question. What message would you like to give out to all the cosplayers out there?
Don't stop pushing yourself. Because, like I said, I never thought I could build armor, and I won the armor division at C2E2 this year. That's the 4th largest con in the country, and I didn't think I could do it. So just keep pushing yourself, and you'll be surprised at what you can do. So.
Okay,
R2 agrees.
R2's giving us the go-home signal. Well, folks, this is Joe from MIGeekScene here at C4 with Leah from Chaotic Neutral Cosplay. Take it easy.